Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to rise, not just from your bed, but from your doubts, your fears, your excuses. There's a reason you woke up this morning. There's a reason you've made it this far. Through every storm, every setback, every silent struggle no one knows about. You are not here by accident. You are here on assignment. Deep inside of you, there's something the world needs. A gift, a calling, a fire. But purpose doesn't show up with flashing lights. It whispers. It nudges. It speaks in moments of frustration, in moments when you feel like there's got to be more to life than this. And guess what? You're right. You don't find purpose. You unlock it. You unlock it by doing the uncomfortable. You unlock it by facing the fear that tells you you're not enough. You unlock it by saying, I may not have all the answers, but I'm not going to stay where I am. Too many people are existing instead of living. They go through the motions, chasing paychecks instead of passion. But you're different. There's something in you that refuses to settle, and that voice inside saying, I can do more. That's not your ego. That's your purpose knocking. Unlocking your purpose means becoming who you were born to be, not who the world told you to be. It's not about being perfect. It's about being authentic, being bold, and being committed to the calling that makes your heart beat faster. So today, I challenge you. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for clarity. Don't wait until you feel ready. Start now. Start where you are. Start scared if you have to. But just start. Because someone's breakthrough is waiting on your courage. Someone's healing is hidden in your story. And someone's light will shine. Only because you decided to stop hiding yours. Unlock your purpose. The world is waiting. There is a divine intelligence at work in the universe, and your existence is a part of its grand design. You may have come through difficult beginnings, painful pasts, or uncertain paths, but none of that disqualifies you. In fact, it's proof that you've been preserved for a purpose. The odds didn't break you, they built you. And the very fact that you're still here, breathing, standing, striving, is the evidence that you have something meaningful to contribute. Life doesn't make random mistakes. You were chosen, not overlooked. There's a calling on your life that can't be canceled by your circumstances. Many people spend years believing that they are just one of many, that they are replaceable, insignificant, or just lucky to survive. But hear this loud and clear: you are not a mistake. You didn't just slip through the cracks of life. You are here on assignment. Every setback, every heartbreak, every detour you've taken, none of it was wasted. Your story is not your shame, it's your strength. The things you thought disqualified you are the very things that prepare you to reach someone else, to lift someone up, and to fulfill a mission that only you can complete. When you begin to embrace the idea that your life is intentional, you stop apologizing for your existence. You stop shrinking to fit into other people's expectations. You start walking with a different energy, a different confidence. Not arrogance, but awareness. You realize that you've been placed on this earth with a set of gifts, talents, and perspectives that no one else has. Your fingerprints are unique, and so is your fingerprint on the world. You matter, and every second you spend doubting your worth is a second you rob the world of your light. You were born with purpose in your DNA. The pain you endured wasn't meant to destroy you. It was meant to shape your voice. The dreams you keep seeing in your spirit, they are not fantasies. They are previews of your assignment. Stop questioning whether you're good enough. Stop waiting for someone to validate what was already planted inside you. You're not here by accident. You're here because someone, somewhere, needs what you have, not tomorrow. Now, too many people waste precious years waiting for purpose to drop into their lap like some magical revelation. They believe one day they'll wake up with absolute clarity, a perfect plan, and a neon sign pointing to their destiny. But purpose doesn't work like that. Purpose isn't something you stumble upon. It's something you unlock through motion, struggle, effort, and faith. You discover it by showing up, trying, failing, learning, and showing up again. Life doesn't give you purpose wrapped in comfort. It gives you clues, and it's your job to start digging. You don't unlock purpose in isolation. You unlock it in action. You unlock it in the jobs you hated, the relationships that broke your heart, the risks that scared you, and the moments that made you question everything. Those experiences aren't random, they're revealing. Every challenge is a tool, every detour is a lesson, and every step, whether forward or backward, is leading you to a deeper understanding of why you're really here. Purpose reveals itself when you're willing to keep moving, even when you don't have all the answers. One of the biggest lies is believing you need to find your purpose before you begin. That mindset keeps people stuck, waiting, overthinking, procrastinating. You don't need to have the whole staircase mapped out. You just need the courage to take the next step. Because as you move, clarity comes. You start realizing what gives you energy, what breaks your heart, what you can't stop thinking about, and what you were never meant to ignore. Purpose is not an external prize. It's an internal awakening that comes from movement, not meditation alone. You were never meant to sit on the sidelines, hoping for purpose to find you. You were meant to wake up every day and chase it down through the way you live, the people you help, the work you pour your soul into, and the dreams you refuse to let go of. You don't wait for permission to be who you were born to be. You step out and give yourself permission to explore, to build, and to become. The doors won't always be open, but when you knock with persistence and boldness, purpose opens from the inside. Comfort is a silent killer. It doesn't show up like fear. It whispers like safety. It convinces you to settle, to stay where it's warm, familiar, predictable. But purpose doesn't live in the land of convenience. It lives in the unknown. It grows in uncertainty. It's developed through discomfort. You will never fulfill your destiny while clinging to comfort. In fact, the greater your purpose, the more it will demand you to stretch, to let go, and to step into places where you don't feel fully ready. When you chase comfort, you reject growth, and anything that isn't growing is dying. You were not designed to play it safe. You weren't built for the sidelines. You've been given gifts, ideas, and dreams that are meant to be tested, and that testing will come through trials that shake you to your core. The question is not, are you talented enough? The real question is, were you willing to be uncomfortable long enough to let your purpose mature? Because growth doesn't happen in the easy places. It happens in the hard, messy, painful places that force you to rise. You will face fear. You will face rejection. You will hear voices, both inside and around you, telling you to back down, to be realistic, to avoid risk. But nothing powerful was ever born in comfort. Purpose asks you to walk into the fire, not around it. It's in the fire where your identity is refined, your mission is clarified, and your strength is activated. Every time you choose courage over comfort, you step closer to the person you were created to become, not the watered-down version of you, the full, fierce, unstoppable version. The world teaches you to chase security, job security, emotional security, financial security. But purpose challenges you to chase impact. And impact will always cost you something. It will cost your excuses. It will cost your comfort. It will cost your need for approval. But what you gain is far greater than what you lose. Clarity, boldness, inner peace, and a legacy that outlives you. You won't always feel ready, but comfort will never prepare you for the battles that build your destiny. We live in a world that glorifies the grind, but forgets the soul. From a young age, we're programmed to chase the paycheck, to pursue the career that offers security, status, and a steady income. And while money matters, don't get it twisted. If you sacrifice your soul for a salary, you'll end up rich in your bank account, but bankrupt in your spirit. Purpose doesn't come with a direct deposit. It comes with fulfillment, with joy, with energy that wakes you up excited not exhausted. Chasing money might help you survive, but chasing passion will help you come alive. Some people spend their entire lives building someone else's dream, working just hard enough not to get fired, and being paid just enough not to leave. They numb their passion for the illusion of stability, and every day they silence that inner voice that whispers, "There's more in you." But no paycheck can replace the feeling of doing what you love. No bonus can match the reward of knowing you're walking in your truth. When you're operating in your passion, work doesn't drain you, it drives you. You're not just working for income, you're working for impact. Now, don't misunderstand. Chasing passion isn't always easy. Sometimes it means taking risks, making sacrifices, going against the grain. It may not pay off right away, but passion plants seeds that money can't. It creates purpose, driven energy that fuels late nights, keeps you learning, and pulls you through setbacks. And here's the truth. When you move with passion and purpose, the money comes anyway, because people pay for authenticity. They support energy. They invest in those who are on fire for what they do. Passion is not a liability. It's your greatest asset. Chasing paychecks alone will leave you trapped in cycles of burnout, always looking for the next promotion, the next raise, the next break. But passion gives your life direction beyond your job title. It's not just about what you do. It's about who you become while doing it. Passion doesn't fade like trends. It deepens. It evolves. And when you chase it long enough, you don't just build a career. You build a life that feels meaningful every single day. One where Mondays don't feel like punishment and your work becomes an extension of your calling. Too many people are waiting for the perfect moment, waiting until they feel more confident, waiting until the kids grow up, until the bills are paid, until they get the degree, until they feel ready. But life doesn't reward those who wait. It rewards those who move with what they have. You don't need more time, more resources, or more approval to begin. You need a decision. The truth is, you'll never feel fully ready. Readiness isn't a feeling. It's a commitment to start despite how you feel. Greatness doesn't begin on mountaintops. It begins in living rooms, basements, quiet corners, and moments of desperation where you decide, I refuse to stay here. That's where movements are born. That's where purpose begins to rise. You've got to stop disqualifying yourself because of where you are right now. You're not behind. You're being positioned. And if you have breath in your body and a fire in your belly, you already have enough to begin. Start with the doubt. Start with the fear. Start with the little you think you have. But just start. Don't fall into the trap of comparison. Someone else's chapter 20 should never intimidate your chapter 1. You're not supposed to have it all figured out. Every expert was once a beginner. Every success story started in a place of uncertainty. If you wait until you have the full picture, you'll never paint anything. Start messy. Start awkward. Start scared. What matters is that you begin, because once you take the first step, momentum begins to carry you. Action creates clarity, and movement builds confidence. There is power in using what's already in your hands. You may not have the perfect connections, the biggest platform, or all the knowledge right now, but you have something. A voice, a story, a spark. Use what you have, where you are, with everything you've got. Don't wait for life to hand you a stage. Build your own, and as you move forward, you'll be surprised how the right people, resources, and opportunities begin to show up, not before you start, but because you started. Your life is not just about you. Your purpose is not just for your personal success, comfort, or recognition. It's a gift to others. There are people you haven't met yet, whose lives will be better because you decided to rise. Someone is waiting for your story, your strength, your light. When you walk in your purpose, you become a living example of what's possible. You give people hope. You give them proof that pain can birth power, that struggle can produce greatness, and that ordinary people can do extraordinary things. The truth is, your voice carries weight beyond what you can imagine. The moments when you doubted yourself, cried in silence, or questioned your worth, those moments were not in vain. They were shaping your message. And someone out there needs to hear exactly how you overcame, how you kept going, how you stood up when life knocked you down. Your purpose is the bridge someone else will walk across. And when you withhold your gifts, when you play small, when you stay silent, you don't just rob yourself. You rob the people assigned to your light. Purpose is a ripple effect. When you step into your calling, the energy of your decision doesn't stop with you. It spreads. It inspires your family, your friends, your children, your community. You never know who's watching, who's listening, who's being strengthened just by your presence, your persistence, your belief. The way you show up can shift the atmosphere, and all it takes is for you to stop waiting for perfect timing and start moving like your life is part of something bigger than you. There are gifts inside of you that this world desperately needs. Not next year. Not 10 years from now. Right now. There are people walking through the very thing you've conquered, wondering if they'll make it. And your courage to rise might be the very permission they need to try one more time. You are not just chasing dreams. You are lighting a path. Every act of obedience to your purpose becomes a beacon of hope for someone else. You were born to do more than exist. You were born to ignite change. So now the question isn't, do I have a purpose? You already do. The question is, am I brave enough to unlock it? Are you willing to leave the familiar behind? Are you bold enough to chase passion instead of permission? Can you trust that the pain you've survived wasn't just a test, but a tool? You don't need to wait another year, another month, another moment. The time is now. Your life has been whispering it. The world has been waiting for it. And your soul has been screaming it. It's time to stop shrinking. Stop waiting. Stop hiding. Start living on purpose. Because when you unlock your purpose, you don't just change your life. You ignite a fire that has the power to change the world.